It's 4:30 on Thanksgiving. Let's do this. Happy Thanksgiving, Hampton Roads, Northeast North Carolina, because shopping, it's a real thing. Good evening. My name is David Aldrich, Chief Meteorologist of WTKR News 3 Television, and you are watching First Warning Live, special edition, on a Thursday. Is it Thursday? It is Thursday, although typically on a normal Thursday, I would be doing this at 7:40. But because the shopping doesn't really take any breaks, I wanted to give out a big shout out. Attention shoppers. Sound like on the intercom. Attention shoppers. Deals are great, but the air is cold. I want to get you back to football and turkey in just a moment, but I want to also get you through this crazy forecast that's about to get much colder. If you thought it was cold today, you ain't seen nothing yet. It's going to get worse. The winter chill is back, highs in the 40s to end the week, and the next chance of rain is later Sunday. We'll keep this short as I can, because I got to get through all these extra graphics that I've prepared for you just for this holiday. By the way, as you can see the clock, it is, 4:31? I do see that's illustrated at the top here. So this shows you that we've got clouds to the north and west over here. We've got clouds across the Outer Banks that are thinning out. We've had an abundant sunshine across much of the 757 and in parts of North Carolina, but really kind of wedged between a series of clouds. All of this will thin out. Not expecting any rain. Most of what's been falling across the central part of the Commonwealth is fading away pretty quickly, but the cold air is still wrapping around the Great Lakes, and it's causing some lake effect streamers to affect areas just south of Buffalo and to the east of Lake Ontario, affecting areas around the Tug Hill Plateau of New York State. Now, Chicago, of course, is a big airport when people are traveling. Yes, they're getting, I guess you could say, some snow flurries, some streamers, some snow showers in and around O'Hare Airport, but that's a child's play compared to what's coming, because what's coming is now forming across the Pacific Northwest. You see all that moisture around Spokane, Seattle, Portland. All of this is going to evolve into a bigger storm. So if you happen to be traveling, not tonight, not tomorrow, but say Saturday, let's just throw Saturday in the mix. They're going to get pounded with some snow. I think it's 6 to 12. I think it's reasonably 6 to 12 in this area, and there could have some isolated 15. Certainly when you're talking about snow drifts and blowing and drifting, how long will that take to clear off the runway? Probably some extra time that will delay you at a long period of time on a holiday weekend. So if you happen to be connecting through Chicago, maybe if you can, could you change an airport, maybe go someplace like Atlanta, some other place that would be more conducive to better weather, because they will not be getting good weather in the couple of days here in Wisconsin, Iowa, or much of Michigan and Indiana. South Bend, Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids, even Milwaukee is going to have some big slowdowns in the near future. That's on Saturday. Now, as far as Friday, we have the 44th annual Christmas market. We're talking about the Virginia Beach Christmas market. A lot of people will be shopping inside, but if you're outside, you got to get from the parking lot to the indoor venues, then you're certainly going to want the thick, heavy coat, because temperatures tomorrow will dip down close to freezing, if not the upper 20s, but it's these cold wind chills that will be brutal. We're talking about temperatures feeling like they're in the mid-20s when it's actually 34. So we've got sunny skies at 7, we got sunny skies at noon on shopping day Friday for Black Friday deals, and of course, if you're even heading out tonight for the midnight rush or madness, you're going to feel the cold too. But 45 at 4 is very deceiving, because it's not going to feel like that when you've got winds 10 to 20 gusting to 30 miles per hour. So here are the morning low temperatures for the next couple of days. Just kind of curious to know if you're on this call. Let me know. I'll do my best to magnify your voice, but we'll keep this pretty brief relative to my normal 30 or 40 minute live streams. I will keep this succinct. 30 for a low temperature Saturday would be the bottom of the barrel. That's as cold as it's going to get, and then we're going to moderate. Notice how I use that word, moderate, back to around normal by the time we hit Monday and Tuesday of next week. I got a couple of other notes here. Taj Brown saying Happy Thanksgiving, First Warning Live. Glad to have Taj here as well. Let's see if I can get him on the screen here momentarily. Meanwhile, as far as the wind chill, by 11 o'clock tonight, it's going to feel like it's 31. Now, if that doesn't seem that cold to you compared to now, I mean, right now it's, 50? We have 50 degrees, feels like 48 at Norfolk International. So it's going to feel colder by the time we get to about 11 o'clock tonight. That is in anticipation of the really cold air when you wake up tomorrow morning if you're up early for some shopping deals. 22 for inland North Carolina, 23 for the Albemarle. Outer Banks will be in the 20s too for wind chills. And then it just kind of moderates, right? There's noon, there's 4 o'clock tomorrow. We're in the mid-30s, even though the temperature's 45-ish. In that neighborhood, mid-30s is how you really want to dress for the afternoon. By the time you hit Saturday morning, we're back in the mid-20s, maybe even lower 20s for the Albemarle at 23, finishing the day in the low 40s as far as feels like temperature. Might not be as harsh by Saturday afternoon. But all that said, 61 is where I expect to be on Sunday, 48 on Monday, 52 on Tuesday. You can see our rain chances really elevate, if not on Sunday, especially Tuesday. This complex storm system will swing by on Sunday. It'll pull away, but then it'll come back as a warm front, and I think we're going to find at least an inch, at least that's the suggestion anyway, about an inch of rain coming in on Tuesday. So Tuesday is going to be one of those heavy rainmakers that's going to probably keep the clouds in place the whole day, and it's not going to be pretty if you have outdoor activities. So Tuesday is the rainy day I expect to find, especially if you're leaving. Maybe you're in a destination where you have families sticking around beyond the holiday, and they're not going to leave till Tuesday. Tuesday will be a sloppy day for anyone who has to be out and about. If you've got a message, leave me a message. I'll do my best to put you on the screen. But as we continue on, I wanted to show you the Futurecast. This is really what we're seeing in terms of where the Futurecast clouds start to thin out tonight. So we've got a little note here. I want to thank you for Taj for being on here. He's saying hello. Hello, happy Thanksgiving to you. I want to get you all back to football and turkey and family because that's what this is about. But I did want, since we didn't have a traditional newscast at this very hour, I wanted to give you an update. And of course, I'll be on television tonight at 11 o'clock for further updates. But in the meantime, see how these clouds disappear? This is 11 o'clock tonight. This is a projection. Notice the winds are pretty busy at 10, 12, and they do stay pretty strong tomorrow. There's 14. So you're in that 10 to 20 range tomorrow. It's a cold wind and it's deceiving sunshine. When I say deceiving, I mean you look out the window. It looks great. It looks inviting. Hey, let's go outside. Then you go out there. Or worse yet, if you have to pump gas tomorrow, you're pumping gas, you're like, man, it's really cold out here. It will wear you down. So again, as we've already highlighted the wind chill, it will tear maybe your expectations down if you're not careful. So very chilly day tomorrow, if not cold for this time of year. After all, it's still November. 11 o'clock on Friday night, you can see that we have virtually cloud-free skies and maybe a few wispy clouds, high thin cirrus coming in on Saturday from time to time. Let me bring you up to speed on the next rain chance. This is a very important graphic to show you because you'll notice at 1 o'clock Sunday, we don't have any problems, right? There's no issues here. We look good. 1 o'clock, that we might have partly to mostly cloudy skies, but many of us are dry through the morning and early afternoon. It's probably not until 6 o'clock, maybe around dinner time or supper time. However you want to describe it, it starts to cloud back up and some rain starts to move in, and it really picks up around 11:30 at night. So once this front crosses by through Hampton Roads, through Norfolk, Virginia Beach, that'll be the height of this event. It may linger into about 2 or 3 in the morning. Some models would suggest even 5 in the morning. But once it's out of here, there's 7 a.m., it's a sunny day. Monday looks great, but it's the same storm system that comes back out of Alabama, because watch, it comes back as a warm front, and it's a super soaker on Tuesday. A super soaker, yeah, and I suspect, to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if we get some snow in Lexington, Huntington, and Charleston, West Virginia. About a 1 to 3 swath in here. So you're going to be looking at about an inch of rain here, but it'll change over to some snow to our northwestern neighbors. Some of them may actually pick up in the state capital of West Virginia. Maybe they pick up in excess of 3 or 4 inches. Especially in the higher terrain, that's not unheard of. Might be very welcome for places like Snowshoe, West Virginia, for all those snowboarders and skiers. There might be some opportunity there as well. Now, we've already talked about Chicago snow. That would be something that would have to happen Tuesday for some areas in Kentucky and West Virginia. The temperature outlook today, this is the 8 to 14 outlook. Really cold across the Great Lakes and also New England. Friday morning forecast, we're down about 29. In many parts of inland North Carolina, 32 south side and 33 peninsulas. This is cold stuff. 27 for Cortland, 27 for Waverly, about 37 though for Nags Head, and 29 for Moyock. So pick out your favorite town. Even though I could put these numbers on and they could verify, even if they verify precisely, it's not taking into account the wind, which will be in the lower to mid 20s. So you got to take into account if you're getting up early tonight, maybe you're going to bed early, you're going to have someone else do the dishes, you're going to get out at midnight or 2 a.m. to try and get beat the rush, right? Maybe you're out to chase down a labubu, which I was joking about yesterday during the news. Maybe you're trying to figure out where and how can you get the best deals. I just want you to be dressed warmly, because even though it was chillier today, this cold air is just getting started. And highs tomorrow will be lucky to hit 45. That may be pie in the sky. Some of you may stop at 42, like Melfa. Maybe it's just 44 for Nag's Head. It will be a cold day, no matter how you slice it. Here's your first warning. WTKR News 3 7-day forecast. 44 on Saturday, 44, and then we're down to 34 Sunday morning. So I think the chill starts to exit after Sunday morning. We do bounce back up to 61. Sunday would be the warmest day of the week. You'll notice we get a little bit of a break on Monday. I think that's kind of between two systems here. Temperatures are still kind of coolish. Even Wednesday of next week looks kind of chilly at 46. But it does look very soggy at times. Now, again, the average, I'm seeing some data would suggest about 1.5 inches, some maybe 3/4 of an inch. Either way, it's averaging about 1 inch of precip of rain that comes in on Tuesday. Where it would snow on Tuesday would be, again, back toward West Virginia, Huntington, Lexington, Kentucky. Those areas might get some snow. I suspect they will. But that's Tuesday's Dilemma. We'll be updating you accordingly. So just wanted to thank you for being here. Also wanted to thank our friend Taj Brown, who was kind enough to jump in. He didn't know I was going to jump in here at 4:30, but he did. I went 11 minutes, almost 12. So let's get you back to your family. Remember, it is a special day when you can have Thanksgiving and have great reasons to be thankful, for sure. Anyway, just remember, it doesn't matter, as I come back on camera, it doesn't matter if the weather is sunny or serious. Make the most of every day you got, because every day is a gift, and make the best of it in your neighborhood. We'll see you here tomorrow. Try and do this again, probably at the same time. Take care.